Have you ever heard of warrior cats? I don't know how to do an intro to a video. Anyways, so I saw a challenge a while back. People got their randomly generated warrior cats clan, and I thought that was interesting. I thought that was really creative for like a world building thing, and I'm a D&D nerd, so of course I love a good bit of world building. So I watched all those videos when they came out, but I kind of forgot about that challenge. And then I recently fell back in love with Possum Breath's Warrior Cat, like clan generator series, which I'll link in the description along with the generator I used this time. And it got me inspired. So that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna show you guys my clan, which is called Ryeclan, like the wheat rye. So let's hop into it. Let's start out by talking about the territory and just kind of who Ryeclan is as an entity. Ryeclan is a group of scrappy felines. They attack with like very little regard for the warrior code, which causes them to be feared, but at the same time they're very looked down upon by the other clans in the surrounding territory. You don't want to get into a fight with a Ryeclan cat because they're gonna beat you up, but at the same time, people find them kind of, I don't want to use the word savage, but they don't, they fight with their own rules. They don't use very formally trained fighting skills. But that, however, is just the outside perception of the clan. Internally, they are very close knit and they only do things if like the whole community decides it's right. Because that's one of my issues with warrior cats. There is not a community of people. Like, ugh, I cannot tell you anything about ThunderClan in the modern books, but that's a video for a different day. We're not gonna talk about that. um, because of their closeness, Ryeclan is led by a council, which like consists of the leader, the deputy, however many medicine cats there are, and the mediator. And those are the cats we're going to be drawing today. Wow, finally I got to my point. So let's skip the rest of my ramblings and get into the speed paints. Let's start off with Petal Star, our wonderful, amazing, beautiful leader who is doing way too much right now. God bless her soul. She is trying her hardest. Ryeclan is kind of struggling right now. Not necessarily due to a lack of warriors or a lack of prey or any harsh situation, but they're very much in the midst of a very big change. A while back, a natural disaster displaced 4 of their warriors and left one of their kits dead. And Petal Star had to step up because the former leader was one of the cats lost in this natural disaster. So she had to step up, take on her role, and lead the clan through this unprecedented time where they lost like half of their clan. So she's struggling. I love her, but everyone in this clan needs therapy. That's usually how it is, though. Petal Star, she's been keeping to herself a lot more. She used to be a lot more outgoing, but she's become kind of retreated and I guess more thoughtful in a way due to just everything. Um, she hasn't lost her kind-heartedness though. It just takes a while for that to come through. The generator gave me the description of a long-haired, dark blue she-cat. And her former warrior name was Petal Pelt, which, ooh boy, I love alliteration. But Petal Star isn't well loved among her clanmates. A lot of them think it was foolish for the old leader to not take control again, but there wasn't really much that they could do. She'd already gotten her 9 lives. So, yeah. She wants to start a family one day, but right now, it's just not the time. She doesn't have a mate. She's not particularly close with anyone in her clan. So as much as she wants to fulfill that dream, it's not really all that possible right now. Especially with, like, half of her clan thinking she should step down. But that has been Petal Star. That has been a kind of intro to how I do my speed paints. I say intro, I haven't done a speed paint like this before. This is my first video, if you can't tell. Yeah. Anyways, there she is. Oh, by the way, her coloring, all the coloring is gonna look a little different in the final drawings. That is just because I do the shading and highlighting off camera. I do the shading and highlighting because I want them to have, like, a cohesive look. I want them to all look like they're in the same environment, but, you know, I want them to look I want them to have individuality. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I didn't script anything out. I have a Google Doc pulled up with my notes, and we're working off of that. Anyways, speed paint's already started. This is the Deputy Pineclaw. Generator gave me the description of a long-haired brown she-cat. It didn't say dark brown. I ended up going a bit dark brown, though. A lot of the coloring you're seeing here at the beginning, I don't really go with all that much. You can see I did some color blocking at the beginning, but she took on a personality of her own, and I just worked with what I got. She kind of looks Tiger Star-esque. I'm not even gonna lie. She's not as bad as Tiger Star. She's a bit antagonistic, but not intentionally. You know, she's not really trying to, like, murder her clanmates or anything. The generator gave me the personality traits of impassive and proud as well. Impassive meaning you just don't really show a lot of emotions. So, she's very confident in her skills, but she doesn't show her confidence that often. You know? She's very stoic, and that's why Petal Star thought she would be a good deputy in these trying times, because she's very solid. She's a very good cat to lean on, because, I mean, she's not gonna react very strongly to anything, and sometimes you just need someone who will do that. It's not a bad thing, but her pride is gonna be the death of her. She thinks she's a lot stronger than she is, but as for now, she's just a solid rock to lean on. Oh boy, on to our first medicine cat, Shining Tail. Generator gave me Reddish She-Cat, which is so Warriors. It just gives you the vaguest description of what they look like, but it's whatever. It's whatever. I'm fine. Everything's fine. The trait it gave me was artful and ambitious. She is also one of the oldest people in this clan. I swear to God. 101 moons. If I did the math correctly, equates to around, like, 10 to 11 years old, which is not that old for a cat, but like a domestic house cat. Like, I have a cat who is 13 years old, and he's thriving, man. He lost a tooth recently, but he's thriving. But I'm going based off of the more wild cat lifespan, which sounds very sad. I acknowledge that sounds very, very sad. But cats in the wild don't live that long. So, I made her look very old. And it works out because the other medicine cat is like 2 years old. So it's fine. Guys, guys, you gotta believe me, it's fine. Anyways, let me talk about her before her speed paint's over. She, like I said, she's old. She's kind of losing it, but she's a girl boss, so it's fine. Um, she remembers when both Pineclaw and Petalstar were apprentices. She remembers fussing at them when they were kids. She's always been an old lady. Like, no one in the clan can remember a time where she hasn't appeared as old. She has a very strong connection to StarClan, and that's why she refuses to step down from her job. She says that the day StarClan wants her to stop, they will take her themselves. So, she's gonna keep working till she drops dead, much to her apprentice Owlfoot's dismay. He really wants her to retire. He thinks she needs a break because she just keeps complaining about how the world is like changing around her, and in Owlfoot's mind, you know, yeah, it is. That's why you should probably step down and enjoy the time you have left. Owlfoot is out. We're gonna get to Owlfoot in a second. He's going through it, guys. But there's Shining Tail. What a queen. Anyways, man of the hour. I end up redoing that flower. Make sure to check the thickness of your brushes, because that flower looks terrible compared to everything else in the drawing. But, like I said, I end up fixing it. Anyways, here is Owlfoot. Generator gave me a plump, dark gray Tom with hazel eyes, which I really liked that description. I think warrior cats need some more fat cats. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, RiverClan cats are always described as plump, but like, I think other cats should get that label too, because have you seen a fat cat? They're so cute. But anyways, so Owlfoot, he's a bit ditzy. He's kind of a bimbo, but we love him. The best way I can describe him is autistic, and I know that sounds bad, but I am also autistic, so a lot of his experiences are based off of my own. Herbs and like healing is his special interest. He loves plants. He spends so much time outside of camp just wandering around and collecting herbs for everyone. That flower on his tail, that changes all the time. He's like he's not the only one in the clan who decorates his pelt, but he's like, there I am fixing said flower. He's one of the only ones who takes a lot of pride in what he does with his pelt, like decorating it. He has seasonal looks, okay? He's a fashionista. Like I said, bimbo. We love him. He's gorgeous. But he is kind of using that, like, freewheeling nature as an escape right now, because the world is changing around them. There is 4 new cats in the clan. Not new, but, you know, they haven't been here for a few months, and now they're back. The clan had just adjusted to life without them, and now they're chilling again. So, Owlfoot, he's trying, but it doesn't help that he doesn't have a very strong connection with StarClan. In his entire apprenticeship, he's been contacted by StarClan maybe once or twice, like outside of the apprentice and just general naming ceremonies. He doesn't talk to StarClan often. He goes to the Half Moon meetings, he talks to other medicine cats, but StarClan just doesn't want to listen to him for some reason. And he doesn't know why. Shining Tail doesn't know why. So, he is strongly encouraging Shining Tail to retire, that way she can live out, you know, the best days of her life. But he also knows that as soon as she does that, he's going to have to find himself an apprentice. He doesn't want to do that. It's gonna make him feel old. He's still learning so much already. But for right now, that's like the main thing that's been stressing him out. He knows he's gonna have to, you know, face the issue sooner or later, but he feels like it's out of his control. So, what more can you do? Let me talk about the design process real quick since I have some time. I generally wanted them all to be like warm toned. Like if they're gonna be cool toned, they're gonna skew either teal or green. Because the generator gave me the territory that says they live in a mesa, which is really cool. I wouldn't have thought of that personally. I usually set my stories in like a very cold setting. There he is. As you can see, I colored the flower off screen. I stopped recording and forgot I didn't. Oh my god! I'm sorry. This is Brindle Snow. This is a queen. I love her. But her recording process, ooh! This footage got corrupted so many times. You're gonna see like a good deal of the coloring stages are not in there. And that is just because it entirely shut down on me. I don't know why, but anyways, here she is. So the generator gave me a dark gray tabby she-cat, but then her like name is Brindle Snow. So I was like, okay, where does the snow come in? And that's when I decided to give her vitiligo, because I thought that would be really, really cool. I thought it'd be a really cool design. I kind of regret doing it now. If there's any design in this video I would want to take a second pass at, it's her. Because I was kind of unsure of my technique whenever I was going in and drawing her. And this is a lesson, guys. If you are unsatisfied with your drawing, go back and redo it. You're gonna be so much happier. I know the second I do it, I'm gonna be like so much more satisfied with her drawing. But I burned my hand this morning, so I'm kind of I'm out of the drawing life right now because I literally can't. Anyways, if you saw earlier, I kind of colored in her eyes during the sketch process, and that's because I know I really, really wanted her eyes to be a central feature. She very well can be my favorite design, and I know she would be. I don't like her drawing right now. I'm gonna stop complaining. So, Brindle Snow, the personality traits it gave me are enthusiastic and impersonal. And again, I took that as autism. Yeah. So, oh, there's the cut in the drawing process. Anyways, so she is very enthusiastic about her mediator role. She loves talking to people. She loves hearing other people's opinions. She just generally is a very chatty cat. But she's also a little... She's trying, but she's a little rude. She doesn't really know when she's being rude either. She's weird. She's a weirdo. Have you ever seen her without this stupid hat on? That's weird. She looks like she's seen the horrors. Oh my god, I hate this drawing. I'm gonna stop complaining about the drawing. Like I said, if I could take a second pass at her, I would. If I end up doing that, I'll start the next video with her new design. But for now, this is her. This is Brindle Snow. And we're gonna love her for what she is, which is a weirdo. She's very fascinated by two legs. I jotted this down in my notes, but she's very fascinated just by the world around her. and there's like there's not a lot of two legs near her or near the clan, so whenever they do show up, that very much catches her interest. She also, as you can see, has her pelt decorated with plants. Most of those are not intentional though. She just drags leaves around and she doesn't take them out because she thinks if nature wanted her to have them in her pelt, by God, she's gonna have them in her pelt. She's kind of a mess, but like I said, we love her. We stan her. She's beautiful. Even if her drawing is kind of bad. Um, so I think we're getting to the end of the speed paint. So that's been Brindlestone. That has been the Council of Ryeclan. I thank you guys for watching. Uh, I hope you enjoyed this video because I would like to talk about the Warriors. And it. Oh my God, her picture got corrupted too. What?